So here's the deal. I haven't been on YouTube in a few years, but the Lord gave me a word on February 28th, 2020, and I sat on it a bit, and He actually showed me two really clear pictures, and I wrote it out and sent it to a friend, and a prophetic friend, and said, have a look at this. And it's a real simple word, but it'll mean the right thing to the right people. It says, early this morning I had a very clear vision. I saw someone, a man, probably in his 40s, dark hair, a little thin on top, dark close-cut beard, very clean dressed, button-up, unwrinkled polo shirt, backpack, and like chinos, very clean khaki colored. He looked like someone had just walked into an office, but instead he was on a level plane. Now this plane was huge. It was just a flat area. You couldn't see mountains or hills or anything. I say plain because there was nothing around. It was like you taking a person and put them on a piece of white formica that went for miles. Totally alone, but I saw him bending down and embracing the top of a street sign, like where you have a street sign is a galvanized pole, and on the top there's one road in one direction and one road in another. It was a brand new clean pole, but it was pulled out of the ground, and he was picking it up a little, holding the top, and I could see one sign said coronavirus. This picture was clear and it woke me up. I thought about it, then turned back to sleep, and the Lord gave me another picture. It was the same clean-dressed man, but he was in front of a house in a well-kept city street. The daytime was summer, sunny and clear. The trees had green leaves and the lawns of the street were all mowed and well kept. It was almost idyllic, but it was realistic. I could see behind him as the hill dropped off was a huge city of tall buildings. The man was in front of the houses in the street, not on the lawn or the sidewalk. Again, I was amazed at how clean and well presented this man and the setting was. Then I saw him walk about a house length away from the city, walking away to the corner on the street, and bend down and hold in his hands another fallen sign. This time I saw the word blue or berries, and I saw the man look back over the city, and I could see there were 6 or 8 yellow highlights over some of the houses in the distance, and of those, about 2 of these yellow highlights were over places in the city buildings. This was immediately understood to be other people, survivors, and I had a respect for them. I knew in my spirit the sign stood for bubonic plague or Ebola, or maybe a derivative of both. End of vision. To me, I immediately understood this to mean Corona is here and another worse is coming. What amazed me was how clean and ordered everything was. But where were the people? God has been so good to give us this run-up time to prepare. Get ready, worse is coming. Do you have water stored up? Yes, water. So, the vision is what it is, and the interpretation is open to who's going to interpret it. But a couple things I noticed, and I didn't want to put my interpretation in it, but a couple things I noticed in the dream was the leaves were so healthy on the trees. It was like spring, summertime. They were all green. They were all well hydrated. The trees were substantial trees.